Thank you for tuning into our podcast, Canal Days, What Life Was Like in the Industrial Connecticut River Valley of Massachusetts. I am your host, Carrie, and joining us today is Holyoke's very own local historian and creator of the historical tours of Greater Holyoke, Robert Como. He personally offers and leads public and private tours, as well as presentations of historical sites throughout communities in the state of Massachusetts. The communities he's chosen to focus on this year are Holyoke, Chicopee, South Hadley, and East Hampton, and also Granby and Amherst as well. His tours spotlight the local canals, reservoirs, cemeteries, and churches, as well as various parks, streets, and selected historical houses within each community. In today's episode, we'll be discussing the Nash Field, located in Chicopee, Massachusetts. What are some of the features inside of Nash Field?
All right, in the inside itself, there's a lot of cool things. Of course, you can just walk around and experience it yourself. But inside there's a baseball field that gets heavy use. There's also a swim pool, one of two of the public parks that have a public swim pool within it. And so right away, that's going to make it a very nice place during the summer months. Both these pools happen to be along the Connecticut River, and I think what they're trying to do is encourage people to go into these pools instead of going into the Connecticut River. And if that's so, that's a great idea. All right, and we're also going to today discuss the outside of the park, and then we're going to talk about a specific feature called the Nash Park Pump Track and what that is. And then we're going to talk about what the future might be for this park itself. Now, within the park, they have a lot of gorgeous trees and flowers, and so those I was surprised by how nice they were. And of course, you have a playground set that is almost every park in Chicopee has a nice one of those. And the park takes about, maybe I would guess, about 7 minutes to walk around. So every time I go there, I see walkers getting their exercise in. And there are a few homes around that upper edge that define that edge. And also within the park, you have a lot of green space, and so it's the kind of park you are encouraged to walk, and that's great here.
And what are some of the features outside?
And the reason why it says great here, they can walk there, is because there's also, at the very edge of this park, a pedestrian bike path walkway. This is similar to the one, and it is part of the one that's in Springfield and in Agawam. And Chicopee Bikeway starts near the sewage plant, near the boat putting access, and then from that southern location comes north up to Nash Field. So Nash Field at this point is the very end of, or the terminus of the bikeway. Now, this bikeway, I hope in the future grows more, so this is just going to be one part of it. But you can actually walk from this Nash Field, take a walk around it, go onto the walkway, walk to the very end of that, and come back, and then walk around Nash Field one more time. And I would guess that would be about 3 miles of walking, depending on how fast you walk, maybe 15 minutes or so. And so that's a great exercise to go through. So I encourage you to do that.
And really quick, before we continue with the rest of our interview, just to fill our listeners in, for more information or to sign up for any of his various tours, you can check out his website as well as SoundCloud for his podcast. But you can check out his website at holyokecanaltour.org, and there you can find videos and podcasts of the stops along each of his tours, as well as photos and text of the historical sites throughout as well. And for private tours and other inquiries, you can email him directly at bobcat4214, capital B, @yahoo.com. And his tours make for fun, educational, outdoor activities for families and group parties. So getting back to our interview, what is the Nash Park Pump Track?
This is a specially designed area for smaller bicycles to go on. You have to be a skateboard, a bicycle, or a scooter. And it's leveled at one point, and then it goes in contours and quick turns. All right, and there's various degrees. You can go the highest portion of it if you want to come down faster, or you can stay down low. All right, and you have to. There are some rules, such as you have to go in a counterclockwise direction all the time. All right, so basically, the pump track is a place where you can do tricks on your bike or speed around on your bike, right? And hopefully, you get used to the rules and do it the right way. And then it can be enjoyable for all people. When I went, there was a father and his young son, about 6 years old, doing it. So be careful, make sure that you watch out for other people on there. And it's for all ages, right? And that makes it great place to be. Bring your kid, or come on your own if you're a teenager and just use it. Okay, so a good addition to the park.
And what might happen to Nashville in the future?
Hopefully, the bikeway and walkway of the Chicopee bikeway will continue upwards along the river, along an old railroad bed, and become much longer than it is. It's already quite long, and they'll have the money, I hope, someday, and go up almost to the northern reaches of Chicopee at some point. And so thus, Chicopee will have a big, long bike path, just like Amherst, Hadley, and Springfield have. And that would be great. And it'll become a destination for bike riders, and it'll become another recreational outlet for all residents of Chicopee and surrounding communities. And it has it at the southern end, so why not keep going? And they do have plans to keep going.
And thank you, Robert, for educating us on your tours and historical topics of your expertise. And we want to thank our listeners for tuning in. And you can check out a large selection of other podcasts on his website, as well as on SoundCloud.com. And be sure to stay up to date with new podcasts and videos posted daily. Thank you for tuning in.